About bangs,
Fringe.
yeah, fringe slash bangs.
Exactly.
So maybe you could give me, is it on?
Yep.
Okay, good. You could give me some things to communicate to your stylist. These are bad. And then what products you should use to maintain them, what type of hair is best for maybe like, I don't know, maybe like a couple different types of bangs, and then like what face shape.
Right. What's so great about things is they can be personalized. You know, it's not kind of like a cookie cutter, like go get the Rachel haircut kind of a thing. You know what I mean? It's really, if you talk to your stylist, especially about your face shape, your fringe can actually change it. Like you see people like Reese Witherspoon has a really heart-shaped face.
Very true, yeah.
And you know, she has
it like balances it out.
The fringe completely kind of changes that.
It's also good for like a really large forehead or like.
It's also great for a very small forehead.
Oh, I can see that.
You know, I think Selma Blair looks amazing when she has a really small forehead. Christina Ricci was amazing with some kind of fringe because she has
she's like a heart-shaped face, yeah.
Like when I met Reese, she was trying to grow out her bangs from a film.
Okay.
And I told her, I was like, you've already got them.
Yeah.
Why not go ahead and commit to them and then grow it out?
Yeah.
So that, you know, she let me cut her bangs for the Golden Globes
Oh, okay.
that year. And
That's
I think
so fun. Yeah, her bags are like some of my favorite bags from that year, I remember.
I love
yeah, it looks so
swept
good
over
on her.
You know, so
So you think swept over for a heart-shaped face is usually a good way to go?
it's usually the best. I mean, I think that's also the perfect way to be introduced to bangs.
Yeah, that's usually the kind of bangs I do. They're like training bangs. I like blood bangs, but I feel like I can't.
Those are
For me,
real
they're
commitment.
hard. Yeah, and also I have curly-ish, wavy hair, so it's too much for me to deal with.
Bangs can give you an instant hairstyle. You don't have to do anything to the rest of your hair as long as you do your fringe, but you do have to commit to doing your fringe. It's very rare that you have the hair texture even to just allow them to dry completely naturally. You know, again, because if you have a bit of a wave in your hair, like you have curly hair, if you have a hairline that has any kind of cowlick in it, or you know, a double swirl, you're gonna
like
have to
any
close it.
humidity and you're out for the count.
Really with fringe, because it's on your forehead, and people tend to touch them quite often. You want to stay away from a lot of product
Okay.
because they tend to get, you know, oily quicker than anywhere else on your head, mostly because people are touching them so much. So it's actually the oil in your hand, so it can not necessarily from your face.
Would you recommend, you know, if you don't have time to wash your entire hair and your bangs, maybe just washing your bangs?
Absolutely.
That's great.
Absolutely. Or, you know, there's so many dry shampoos out there
True.
that
Does Dove have a dry shampoo? No.
No, Swallow bangs are really good.
That's right, yeah, I just tried theirs.
I go between Swallow or chlorine.
Oh yeah, alright, those are really good.
But I only like their puff one. I don't like their aerosol one.
Oh really? I only have the aerosol one. Why don't you
Have you tried the puff one?
No.
Specifically
Really?
from chlorine.
So funny, I've never tried that
I
one.
think their aerosol too strong when it comes out.
Really?
And you get, it's like,
That's true, yeah, it is intense.
yeah, it's really, it's an intense amount of stuff. It's like almost too powerful, the nozzle. But I like the one that comes in the puff that you squeeze the bottle.
It's so funny, usually I get disappointed by that, like hairsprays and like, I just feel like they don't work as well, but I don't know why, it's like psychological.
I can't use a non-aerosol.
Yeah, ew, like what am I doing?
But
Reminds me of like the Clinique ones that came like in like my free gifts when I was like younger. And I was like, oh, it's great, I'm using hairspray. And I was like 14. And like they didn't work. And they smelled like horrible. They smelled like vodka.
Like that tiny bit. You know, but I mean, the powders are so good to absorb oil. They also build body into the hair.
So you like the application better for the non-aerosol one?
Only chlorine.
And chlorine.
Only
okay.
chlorine, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I remember I had the Bumble and Bumble non-aerosol one before they came out with the aerosol one. I didn't love that. Yeah.
User friendly.
Yeah.
They were really difficult actually to use.
Yeah, and the colored ones especially, it was like insane.
I mean, of course in my editorial when I'm shooting, I have all those in there.
Well, they're good if you.
Amazing
They're good for if you have
for
any color hair other than blonde, I think.
True.
But there are other people who like Aunt Tina has one for darker hair.
Renee Couture has one called it's a natural shade
Oh, okay.
that I find that works really good.
Oh,
Because
interesting.
white shows up, the white
Yeah.
color shows up too much, and any dark
Yeah.
definitely shows up on that.
No. I think I remember what my questions were. So.
Blow
So,
dry with a flat brush.
That's
is
good.
another really.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you
When your
recommend it
hair is-
going under or?
Yes. I love to use a Mason Pearson, but any flat brush, you
Okay.
hold the dryer above and you down.
Okay.
Because the one thing that wrecks a
Yeah.
fringe is when it's
Yeah.
that 80s kind of claw
Yeah,
that
yeah.
comes out.
Mall hair.
But you want to avoid the mall bang.
Mm-hmm. There's a time and a place, and it's a bad summer in 1988.
They're also
Look at this situation. You can see it. I'm like so embarrassed. I'm so glad you're doing this. This is like a week's worth of like embarrassment for me.
and always cut dry hair.
Oh, really?
Long
Okay.
fringe, don't ever cut them wet
Totally cut them wet the other
because
day.
it's gonna shrink. Well, because you think you can get better control over them when it's wet.
Yeah, I was pretty conservative about length, but still.
Sure.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not blended. They're just like,
Right. I love getting my clients to try on clip-in pieces
oh, okay.
before I cut them. Like when I'm in the
That's a good
salon, I
idea.
can bring them with me.
Mm-hmm, that's smart.
For my, if they're like, oh, what if I
You just
do
carry
what
them
if I
on
do
you
that?"
in like several different colors just for this purpose. It's so funny.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice try before you buy deal.
Exactly, because it is a commitment.
It is a commitment, definitely. And growing them out is torturous. I'm always like growing them out and then like being obsessed with them again. Like every single month is different.
With Leah, she wanted it so bad last year.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do it because she was shooting.
Oh yeah.
So
That's so
like,
annoying.
the first pictures everyone saw Leah with fringe,
Yeah.
they weren't real.
Well,
Yeah, they were clipped in.
right. She looks great with them though. Yeah.
But again, because now I'm a fan of the show as well, so I'm always watching Lee.
Mhm.
So I am getting a little tired of the straight across fringe on her, and I like
Yeah.
it better slipped over.
Yeah, I like her slipped over.
But she does have to keep them very specifically.
Yeah, you see.
So even recently, I started pinning them away,
Mm-hmm.
pinning her real ones away, and putting the other ones on top of
Oh,
it.
funny.
Them look
It's like a
longer.
cuckoo platter. Dang.
I do. I carry them at all times.
That's so funny.
Well,
What kind do you have? I actually just threw some out. I had like a Ken Pavis kind, but it wasn't like it looked really fake on me, and it wasn't really the right color.
You had.
Yeah.
It,
And it was fake
it's not
hair, too.
so. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, it was a good
Just like
idea
that.
at the time, but yeah, I was like, why do I have these? I'm moving, and I was like, I really need to get rid of these fake bangs that I've never worn one time.
It's time to clean out the closet.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, it was time.
This hair can go.
Yeah.
Now I get mine from a place called garlanddrake.com.
Oh, okay.
What they'll do is they'll send you a swatch, a color swatch of hair, and then so you know exactly how to match it. And
Interesting.
they also will, if you're really gonna have them, they'll custom make them for you.
Oh.
It's just, I get the ready ones.
Yeah.
There's so much fun. There's so many fun ways to work with hair pieces now.
Yeah, there are.
Extensions are so much more accessible and
No, I want to get clip-ins, but I'm afraid. I already have an eyelash addiction.
think they're amazing.
I know they're amazing, but I'm like, how many types of extensions are going to be going on in my head? Like, I don't know. I'm like, this is the last thing that's like not extended. I can't.
see, and I use clip-in extensions. 90% of
Yeah.
photo shoots I do.
They look great. I know. I'm afraid because then I'm like every day. I'm like, oh, they're
It's
gonna go for
like, you
special.
get sad when you don't have them.
Exactly. I'm gonna feel like I look like a man with my normal hair, and I can't. I already feel like a man when I need to get my eyelashes done.
I have so many clients that at the end of a photo shoot, I'm taking them out and I'm like, oh, I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, you can keep
It's
them
so
in.
disappointing. I can't deal with it.
I have one client who literally tried to keep her clip-in
Yeah.
extensions for 3 days. I'm like, you can just wash your hair and put them back in.
got one row.
And she's like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, isn't there a place on like 37 or something where you can get clip-in extensions?
There's on
I don't know what it's called.
it's I think it's between 36 and 37 on 6th Avenue.
Maybe. Okay, that could be it. Yeah, I know the place and everything, but I'm like, I can't.
What is it?
Wigs Plus.
Maybe.
There's Wigs Plus. There's also
Oh no, not Wiz Plus.
Nina. They have their own store now on 6th down there. I used to live down there picking up extensions
Yeah.
for Danilo's assistant
Oh, you
for
were?
2 years, like
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he used to send me down there all the time to
That
pick
is
up
so
there.
funny. He was some very interesting jewelry.
The best!
Yeah, right? Everything is always like, I was like, where'd you get that?
You know, in 2 years as his assistant, I found one day.
Are you serious?
Whole eyeliner on.
That's so funny. I've seen him with that. I saw him with that at Fashion Week.
Yeah, he doesn't
like a
really
really
wear it
early
like
thing.
he used to.
Yeah.
I have to say, we were doing a CoverGirl commercial, like, this is like 1996.
Yeah.
And he came in and did the entire, it was like with Nikki Taylor.
Oh my
And
God,
did
I
her
remember.
entire hair, like,
Yeah.
and she's in rollers and she goes over to makeup. And then he pops, and he did all of it with sunglasses on. He pops the sunglasses on.
Get
Takes
out.
his comb, goes really quick and
Hysterical. He was such a
smudges it.
pioneer of guy liner. I never realized.
Doesn't he look like a combo of Bruce Willis and Marlon Brando?
Yes. That is
It's like those two got together.